one wants to look into the entire problem of the human being. And to do this, you must do it carefully. Do you understand that? It is a journey, and it's a journey that requires no luggage. And you have to be very careful in the process because there is no analyzation, there is no desire, there is no seeking truth. There is only what is. The elaborate process of setting up lighting and microphones and multiple video cameras so that this conversation, this discussion with yourself is captured causes a rise in the ego. And the ambition is very clear in this, as when a human being wants to do something, it is usually to fill up a problem. The problem is the void within you. Do you see that void? Even now, we just lost a light bulb. And going through your mind, you are trying to decide if you want to stop doing the video, replace the light bulb, or to continue. Do you see that inner working? And do you see where thought comes from in that? The event, the situation, the stimulus occurred external to you, but then it became a part of your being. And it rose up within you, and of course one is speaking metaphorically about this. The speaker is you. Do you understand that? You are having a conversation with yourself. It's very important that you understand that this is not a dialogue between multiple personalities. There's no such thing. The human being is a complex entity. That is not being said for anyone else that may watch this video. It's being said for you. The human being is a complex thing, and we are conditioned to believe that we are somehow centered, but you are not centered. You have layers upon layers upon layers within yourself, and it is very important that you understand that. It is a fact, whether you understand it or not. But the ambition, the fear, every particular action that you partake in seems to be dripping wet with ambition, dripping wet with the conditioning of success. Ambition is always tied to success. You want to succeed, and it's tied to fulfillment. You are weak, you are empty, you are lonely. You want to do something that your friends will like. You're worried that you don't have any friends. And the friends that you do have, do they really know you? Do they really understand who you are? Do you understand who you are? In doing the video, in doing the audio, is to allow you to see the facts. The facts in this present moment. Just like when you're writing in the journal, the speaker, the observer, the objective personality within the human being is the speaker, is the writer. But it is also you. And this is not a scolding. This is about understanding what and who you are. It's about seeing the nature, the complete nature, the universe of thought. The human being with 55 trillion cells is a galaxy, a universe unto itself, but thought is also a universe unto itself. And seeing what comes before thought is of utmost importance. Do you follow me? Do you understand? Do you see it? That the thoughts are the effect. The cause is unthinkable. It's almost unknowable and indescribable. And the fact that it is a movement, it is a rising, it is a pressure, it is a floatiness. It is sometimes like a feather. It is sometimes like wings and airiness that arises and lifts you. And other times it is a weight or a wrecking ball that demolishes your energy. Do you see it? As you drink the peppermint tea, do you see it? Are you able to look at the entire structure, the construct of thought? When you were at the school earlier and you came across someone you knew, let's talk about that. Let's look at it in this moment to make sense of the confusion that was created in that moment, so that we can together see in abstraction, but what actually occurred in that moment. And this is not about, so you have to be very careful here. This is not about saying what should have happened, what could have happened. This is about seeing the confusion just as it is. Not seeing what should have happened besides the confusion. Seeing the insecurity as it is within you, as a part of you. You are insecurity. You are confusion. But we must see these things as trees, and the thoughts, the branches on them, and look at them and carefully watch them. Carefully guard them. It is said that if you live by a mountain, a beautiful mountain, or if you live by a stream, that within a few days of living there, that you will no longer see the mountain or the stream. It's the same way with a tree in the yard. But these things within the human being, they must be cared for and watched after, and cared for in the watching. And yes, you're repeating words from Jiddu Krishnamurti, but it is important that these elements, these facts, become a part of you. Skeptically look at them and see if they are what they are. He was walking down the aisle towards the door, and the door opened, and someone came through that he did not know, and then someone else came through that he didn't know. And they looked at each other, and he greeted him, and then immediately was overwhelmed with insecurity and fear and not measuring up. Do you see it? The entire emotion is at work in you again. Notice that. It is as if the moment, the very moment, in just speaking about it, is being relived. And notice the subtleness of the movement within the body. The confusion. The wanting to be different. Did you see that? Did you see that in that moment, because he was well dressed and you were dressed casually, that then there was a dirtiness, even all the way to your teeth? And this all came from the stimulus, the seed planted within the human being that had no thoughts attached to it. The thoughts grew out of that seed that was planted in the reactionary soil of the human being. Do you see it? Do you see it? Do you see the whole structure of it? That before there was even a thought, there was the feeling. Do you see it? Have a nice day.